Hey guys, Josh with Griffin Air, Hartfield, Virginia, and I want to do a quick video about the phase out of R22. We've gotten some questions lately about, what does it mean to the consumer if you still have equipment that's R22? And I wanted to just do a quick video. What are some of your options? What do you need to know? And so the first thing that I would say that you need to know is why are they phasing out the R22? And essentially, the EPA has said that R22 has CFCs in it, which are bad for the ozone. And so what they've done is they've transitioned to a new refrigerant, 410A. It's actually been around for a while now, but as of the making of this video in 2016, R22 is being phased out. And what that basically means is I can no longer buy R22 equipment in America. I can still get the refrigerant, but I can't go buy an R22 heat pump anymore. So what are your options if you still have R22 equipment? You have a few options. The first thing is if you do have a piece of equipment that has gone bad for whatever reason, you have a blown compressor, you have a leaky coil, something that it has made you think of replacing the system or a drastic repair. The first thing you need to know is, years ago, if I had a heat pump that had gone bad, as long as the air handler was still good, I could just replace the heat pump and reuse that air handler as long as they matched, or vice versa. That is not the case anymore. If you have a heat pump that needs to be replaced and you're going to be putting in a new 410A system, you can no longer just replace the heat pump. You have to replace the whole system. The second thing to know is, as far as your options, obviously replacing the system is an option with a 410A system. I'm going to talk a little bit more later in this video about 410A. Another option is they do make what's called in our trade drop-in refrigerants. It's a less expensive refrigerant that doesn't have CFCs in it, and there's a couple of different ones that folks are using, but essentially the properties are still somewhat similar to R22, enough to where you can use it in that system, and it's less expensive. And your last option would be to continue to use that R22 equipment as long as you can, get your money's worth out of it. The main thing you need to know though is R22 is not getting any cheaper. Just in the past year, the price has doubled alone for us. So let's say that you've made the decision to replace that system. What do you need to know about the new system, 410A? The first thing is it's a higher pressure refrigerant. The pressures are somewhere around 2 to 3 times higher than what R22 ran at. The equipment itself, when you do replace it, you can reuse the ductwork in most cases, reuse the wiring, and it's a good idea to replace the line sets, but in some cases, some circumstances, you just can't. So if you do end up reusing those line sets, you want to have a professional. They're going to flush those line sets, clean them out, and then obviously when they install the new system, they're going to braze with nitrogen, pull a vacuum, and do everything they can to make those line sets new again as well. So the last thing I'll say is that make sure you have this work done by a licensed and insured professional. You don't want to have somebody that, your brother's best friend who used to do heat and air. You want to have someone that's licensed and insured. The newer equipment, it's more complicated. There's more going on. They're putting computers in some of these systems now, and it's not as simple as it used to be to work on this equipment. We'd love to earn your business. Give us a call. Griffin Air, we're in Hartfield, Virginia. Our phone number is 804-505-0247, or you can reach us on the web at griffinair.net.